Recently, I taught my 16-year-old stepson how to make mascarpone cheese. Simple enough, right? Well, in something so simple, I still had to consider who I was teaching and what they needed from me. Even in something as simple as making cheese, understanding who the learner is, what they like, what they need, their motivations, their dislikes, their interests, rather than just focusing on the content really made all the difference. Too often in learning design, we start with the content that we already have, something that we've already created. The slides that someone gives us, maybe it's our client that gives us slides. The compliance boxes that we need to tick. We focus too much on these things, but we don't start learning enough with who the learner actually is. If we don't consider the learner, instructions may be too advanced or may be too basic. Learners might disengage or they might feel lost. Even well-designed content can fail if it doesn't meet the learner where they actually are. A learner persona helps you to understand prior knowledge of the learner and their experience. It helps you to identify motivations and engagement styles, and it anticipates where learners may get stuck. The learner persona helps you to define what success looks like for the learner, not just for your business. So let's go back to the cheese story. If my stepson had already made cheese before, I could have just provided really short, simple instructions, such as bring the milk to a simmer, add the lemon and stir until it gets thickened, and sieve it or strain it in a colander using a cheesecloth. Pretty simple, straightforward steps. And if my learner had made cheese before, that would make sense. But because he had no prior experience in cheese making, this was the very first time he was doing anything, even remotely similar, I had to break it down into small, clear steps. I used videos, short videos in a style that he enjoyed, such as YouTube Shorts, where he consumes a lot of cooking content. I asked him to explain the process back to me after watching my videos. So I had to go into the nitty-gritty with the details. I really had to explain what cheesecloth to use, what milk to buy, all those little details. The result? Well, he was able to follow along. He felt confident, and he actually succeeded in making cheese, which was really exciting. So whether you're designing training for your clients, whether you're onboarding new staff, or whether you're teaching a new skill, these principles apply to all of those different examples. Good learning design is about closing the gap between where the learner currently is and where they need to be. And the learner persona is how you map out getting from A to B, so how you map out that journey. I would love to hear from you. Have you used a learner persona in your training? Or better yet, are you now looking back at your training and wish you had used one? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, happy course creating.